Hello and welcome to World's Finest, the Southgate Media Group's weekly DC Comics review. As always, I am Phil Parrish, and joining me is...
The Merc with the... Oh, wait, wrong podcast, sorry. Hey, guys.
Trying to just crowbar in those plugs for our other shows.
You know me, shameless plugs. It's what I've built my podcast life on.
Wade's World, the Deadpool podcast on Enough Said.
Yep.
So, you said you weren't as disappointed this week in the books, the DC books.
Yeah, it was a pretty good all-around week for DC.
Mm-hmm.
And it better be, considering the news. Of them hiking up the prices. Digital codes should not cost that much. Just saying, if it does, you're doing something wrong.
Well, unlike Marvel, who did it on every single book, I guess they're just doing it on the books that only come out once a month.
Yeah.
And
which is crazy. It's like, either just do it all or do nothing.
Yeah, and if you're digital, I guess they're keeping the price $2.99 for digital.
Haha, one for me.
Alright, so, I guess we'll do our books we didn't read together. Alright, Justice League vs. Suicide Squad, number 5.
Why, Phil? Why do you betray me so?
It's almost done.
Okay.
The art's good, it looks pretty. Well, basically,
It looks pretty.
Good art. Max Lord and his Eclipso Diamond have taken over the Justice League except for Batman. And he basically says how he takes over the world in a few hours as he's sitting in the White House. Then he's like, bring me Amanda Waller so I can gloat.
Or bang.
So, of course, Batman has to team up with the Suicide Squad to try to stop them. And he can't just team up with them. Then, of course, he has to says, now you're the Justice League or whatever.
I'm going to throw up in my mouth.
Well, they have to justify that second book.
Why? Hit the money button. That's their justification for everything lately.
I know, but I mean, Lobo's with them and Killer Frost. So, yeah, there's that second book. Alright.
At least it's pretty.
Yeah. Then we get to actually get like the real Calypso in the end.
Oh, okay.
So everyone's duking it out. Oh, it wasn't bad. It's a... you know what? I'm going to actually have to go 4 on this one.
That's good to hear.
I think this book will be a lot better in trade if you read it all at once, rather than this week to week, because, yeah, this has been weekly. So, Lil, why don't you give us one of your books?
Let's see. Oh, let's start with the disappointment of the week.
Okay.
That would be... Where's the Ray? Justice League of America, the Ray #1. My biggest disappointment of the week.
Oh.
I don't like this Ray. Just... It's not, I am a total Golden Age fan, and I like this character, and I'm not here for it. The art was terrible, the story was terrible, the characterization was terrible, there was not one single thing I like this. This is a 0 out of 5, do not read.
Oh!
Nothing has got me hyped for the new Justice League of America book. Nothing.
So, not even a 1, a 0.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do not pass go. Do not collect $200 or $2.99, as it were. Just nope.
Oh man.
I don't know why they brought this character back for the life of me.
Bomb of the week.
Yep.
Oh. All right.
I mean, no offense to Steve Orlando and Stephen Byrne, but people I actually like. I couldn't believe it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's just that bad. I couldn't believe it.
I've been meaning to, but I might have to just, while I'm out this weekend, if I can find all 4, get all 4 issues. And although I don't know if I should. You're scaring me.
Yeah, I mean, you don't really need it. It's not like as good as like the actual like Rebirth primers were.
Mm-hmm. Like I can jump.
It feels like a cash grab. Every last one of them felt like just a straight up cash grab. No real information or anything like that. So that's another thing that's really been bothering me. Another reason why I'm not excited for a new JLA book.
So I should be able to jump into Justice League of America #1 without these. Okay.
Just fine.
Speaking of, Justice League 13 was out this week also, with no sign of the Justice League in it. I told you before, this is a Steve Trevor story, and it's basically him facing the population. Well, since the Justice
See, you
League.
recommended it, but then my friend was like, Harley Quinn's in it. You might, just as a heads up.
What?
Isn't this the one with Harley Quinn or whatever?
No, it's basically Steve Trevor fighting his way through like downtown Washington D.C. and like everyone's been eclipsed.
Oh, is it like a crossover with the Justice League Suicide Squad?
Yeah, it is, but yeah, it's basic because basically the league is with everyone's like at the White House, but this is like Steve, I guess, trying to get there, but he's like fighting his way through town, and then he's trying to find his sister and his niece and nephew.
Oh, I guess I might read it later this week.
It's by our buddy Tim.
The week's almost over with. I know.
It's by our buddy Tim Seeley again.
Oh, okay, then it might not be that bad.
No, it's probably 3.75.
Okay. Another disappointment for me. I mean, it was good, but it wasn't as good as the previous four. Raven number 5. The mysterious element is kind of gone, but what that kind of brings in, like her quote unquote family, it's just a weird. The story has gone down a weird rabbit hole. I don't know what's going on anymore.
No.
But it's still fun and it's still pretty to look at. And maybe this was just kind of, one of those things. And we'll have to see if it makes the comeback next time, I guess. But bright side, it's still $2.99 for right now.
So what do you give it?
I give it a 3.5.
Okay.
Yeah, this is Gotham Academy. Might be getting the boot.
Oh.
They gotta wow me.
Gotham Academy going down, huh?
Last one that I read, I was just like, now with this, I was like, I really have to cull the list now. So if I'm not blown away consistently, you're gone. You're done.
I think some of these might be better as like miniseries rather than ongoings.
Yeah.
Like maybe Gotham Academy, maybe Cyborg.
Cyborg needs to just go do something else.
Well, I mean, they're trying to fix the rest of that the Teen Titans stuff, but they still haven't fixed the most glaring error that he wasn't on the Titans ever in this continuity.
Which is crazy. It's
yeah.
Like how did he prove himself? Like I'm so over Cyborg with what they're doing with him. They have to. I don't know.
I mean, if they want to put him in the Justice League, that's cool in the present, but I mean, give him that past with the Titans.
Yeah. Cyborg doesn't fit in the Justice League at any rate, anyway, to me.
Yeah.
So it's just like, just let him do something else. Stop putting us through this torture.
But I know you read Aquaman 15.
One of my 2 picks of the week.
Pick of the week?
Yes.
Wow.
I mean, the army, our little Atlantean army versus Black Manta and Nemo. Come on, supremacy over the 7 seas, baby. It was awesome. This artwork was stunning. I loved it.
It was good. I mean, we got Aquaman smacking Black Manta around.
Exactly.
We got maybe the last appearance of Barack Obama in a comic book.
Maybe not. Maybe they're all going to pretend for 8 years and he didn't leave. I don't know.
Flashbacks.
Yeah.
But no, this was...
I think that it was a good... This like changes the storytelling of, of this whole book, this event, so...
Mm-hmm. I mean, it was good and it gave us what we've been asking for, the end of this arc.
Yeah. I do notice that they are kind of inspired by John Byrne a lot.
Mm-hmm.
This issue just like totally hit me over the head with it, but I don't mind it. It's not a bad thing either.
But
yeah, I don't know, man. Aquaman has yet to really disappoint me, and I'm just like, I can't wait now for this next arc.
So is it a 5?
It's a straight up 5 for me.
Nice.
It hit every beat I needed it to. Okay, now we don't have to talk about Black Manta for a good long while, I'm assuming. As the cherry on the sundae, so.
No,
what about you?
It's probably a 4.25. I mean, it was good. It was really good. Like I said, I wanted the end of the story. We got it. Got some good old Aquaman beating on Black Manta. Good. Great art.
Yep.
Alright. Let's go to, because I want to ask you about this. Trinity number 5.
Oh. I mean, honestly, with Trinity, I'm just saying we don't need a Justice League book. Because let's be real, those are the only people we really care about for the most part in the Justice League. If you're going to be honest with yourself.
Yeah.
So, that's why I'm not reading Justice League. I like this book. I thought it was good.
I like this book too, but my question is Poison Ivy stupid?
Stupid like a fox.
She hasn't figured out that it's Batman, Superman, and Wonderful.
Well, it's a comic book, so suspension of disbelief, and maybe you should follow Krypton Report for Superman's many various Kryptonian powers. I thought on Instagram, if you don't follow Krypton Report pod, maybe you should. You get a little Superman lesson every day. And maybe that would help you with your sarcasm, Phil.
Well, no, I didn't say I had a problem with Superman. I had a problem with Poison Ivy. Oh, there's this big source of solar energy. Wonder who that could be.
They don't do women well anymore. I don't know what happened, but yeah. She does have a PhD, people.
Are you saying they make them bisexual and stupid?
They definitely dumb them down and bring out the boobs.
I know. It's like remember when Harley first appeared on the animated series? She wasn't that busty. Now look at her.
Yeah, she wasn't a lot of things. But Paul Dini has returned to rescue us, so we'll see how that goes.
DC Rebirth. Boobs equal.
If I wanted that, I'd watch anime or read a manga. I'm just saying. But no, I like this story.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was, they got creative with the Black Mercy and Mongol. I liked it.
I definitely think I liked the different tone. And the storytelling structure also kind of changed up a bit with this one. Mm-hmm. And like I said, the character development is the best thing about this book for the main three.
Yeah, DC, I mean, this is what you need in more books, is like the actual character, make us care about your characters.
I think the reason why Poison Ivy felt a little dumbed down, quote unquote, is because they were trying to like humanize her and generate sympathy, maybe?
Maybe.
But I don't think that you have to sacrifice those two things to make a good villain, especially a good female villain, so... Mm-hmm. But then again, no offense to Francis Manapul, like I said, I like the story, but that's kind of what happens sometimes when you are the writer and the artist and you don't have people to bounce those ideas off of. All you have are editor notes. Mm-hmm. So, especially with a book like Trinity. But I still think he's been doing a great job.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this book is it's in my upper choices every month.
Definitely.
Like I said,
and I'll never have to read another Justice League book.
That's like my small. I mean, I just had one small nitpick. Besides that, this book was great.
Yeah.
But probably a 4.5 for me.
I agree.
You want to talk Superman 15, which will also be on Marvelous Review this week?
Superman 15.
With him holding the bunny.
Oh, okay. Yes, thank you. Oh, the multiplicity. Okay, so straight up, I'm like so excited, by the way, because we got one of the Earths revealed. It's not a question mark anymore. We only have 6 more to go. Sorry, did I just nerd out? I'm sorry.
No. We know you're nerd.
No, I like this one. I like this I like this art so far. Mm-hmm. I thought the cover was funny. I thought the artwork was great. The story was really good. It just feels like it's leading to something really big, and I'm sick of big events. That's the only nitpick that I have.
Well, I mean, this is probably going to tie directly into the big, whatever the rebirth mystery is, you think?
No. Really?
You don't think?
I think this is something completely separate.
Okay.
I hope not. Like, that's just way too much. Ugh. I'm not excited about that big mystery, because we all know what it is now. You know what I mean? Like, I like Watchmen just as the next person, but do we really need to do this to fold them into the universe? No. Just make it so, and everybody won't bat an eyelash. Just saying. Anyway, back to the story.
But yeah, it's just multiple.
What's up with the little John and Kathy? What's going on over there? That was like the Super 8 film to me. I thought that was cute, because we still do need to build him up for Super Son, so yeah. Gotta get those detective skills in.
But do you like all these other dimensional heroes? What's up with Ray Palmer Batman there?
I dig it. Not this Ray Palmer, but it's fun. That's what I'm saying. It's fun, and it's that's what Superman's been needing for a long time. So.
Mm-hmm.
And interesting.
And the real Superman, ready to sacrifice himself for all the others.
Which we know ain't gonna happen.
Yeah. As he's ready to fight Ghost Rider.
Oh. I don't know. Like, I'm a fan of Grant Morrison. I'm just saying. I don't know about this multiversity thing. Like, some of the stuff I like, some of it I didn't. So it's just like, it's kind of a hit and miss thing. But with this particular way that they're going with it, I like it as long as they don't get too convoluted. Because, yeah. That's all I'm worried about. Just as long as it doesn't get too convoluted and keeps a fast pace, this arc is going to be amazing. It was a 4.5.
Okay, it's probably 4.25 for me. Where should we go next? You want to talk Green Arrow 15?
Yep, that's fine. I'm so bitter about this book.
Why?
Like, how come the show's not this good?
Oh, okay.
Like, can we just have Ben Percy, like, just show up in the writer's room and just erase whatever's on the board?
Ah. Oh, they're too hip for that.
And they're too hip for canon, I know. I just thought that the art and the writing were both in top-notch form this week, so...
Oh, yeah.
I mean, every panel, I was just like, oh my gosh. And it's like the character focus and the action, like, I am just, like, so here for Ben Percy and his love for Green Arrow. Like, it just feels so good to have a good Green Arrow story again.
Yeah, so the action was good, got a good story. I love the Green Arrow and Black Canary stuff. That's what we've been missing for the longest time. And that last page?
Yes! Oh. This is how you tell a good Green Arrow story. Keep it up, then. But I will say, Ollie is starting to be a little bit whiny, kind of like Show Oliver. So let's just fix that. That's
yeah.
all we know.
I think that's just
Felicity levels of whine. So let's just get that together.
I think that's just a story thing. Once he gets on the trail, he'll be back to his old self.
I hope so.
But this is a 5 for me. This is one of my picks of the week.
Ooh, this one was a 4.5.
Okay.
That's shocking. I like it.
It was good. I'm gonna do Batman 15.
Yeah, let's do that one. I feel like they still kind of rehashed the last one a little bit. It felt like a recap of sorts.
Kinda, and I'm just like, they're trying to remember when they first met. I was like, is this just them playing with us? You know, the multiple origins, or is it just like, is there something wrong with time?
Yeah, I don't. The weird stuff with Alfred when he's like, she gave me the night, and I'm like, okay.
And did Batman purposely let her go? I mean,
of course he did.
I know.
I think that Catwoman, Selena, whatever you want to say, she brings out something in Batman and Bruce, a little bit of like this odd humanity that we don't see with any of the Robins. You know what I mean? It's just something about that particular relationship.
Yeah.
It makes it feel a little out of character, but it makes sense if you have the history between those two. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I get that, and I mean, I understand that. That doesn't bother me, but just the whole thing with the knife, World's Greatest Detective, I saw that coming.
Well, they have dumbed Batman down.
Yeah.
We've complained about that. They force feed us things.
Well,
they telegraph it.
I guess they're trying to, people didn't want Bat-God, but I don't know. I usually didn't have a problem with Bat-God.
Me neither. I mean, it's actually what makes Batman Batman, if you really think about it, that he's just this human who has reached, the peak of human condition to put himself on the playing field of the gods, as it were. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he plans.
He's friends with Superman and Wonder Woman.
No matter how crazy the situation, he's planned like at least 5 different ways out of it.
Exactly, and I like that. That's what makes Batman unique in all of this, besides being the human of the team. So, I don't know. hopefully the next time we see Catwoman, it's not as artsy, if you will. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I like it, like that they're playing with that, but it was just a little too artsy for me.
Why? Because of the naked people on page 1?
Yes. Like, it's not what I want to see on the first page, unless it's Steve Trevor. It wasn't, so, it's not cool. Yeah. I don't know. And plus, it felt like kind of a rip on Batman Year 1, too, which I'm over.
Yeah.
I'm over that nostalgia, too. So.
I don't know. I like this arc better than the I Am Suicide. I play a 4.5.
I agree, and mostly because we got a lot of little winks and nods to some Batman history. So. So what would you take, the cat or the knight?
Well, he kind of got both.
Only Batman can have his cake and eat it too, folks. That's the moral of the story.
Hey now. Do you have one book left?
Nightwing?
Yep.
Okay.
My other pick of the week, surprising no one.
Duh, mine too. Oh gosh. You know who should come to Bloodhaven? Oh wait, I forget. It's Gen 13 isn't a part of DC anymore, is it?
I don't know.
While we're busy folding in the damn Watchmen, can we fold Gen 13 back in too? Because this would be perfect, actually, for either Nightwing or Batman Beyond, I think. But anyway, since I'm not happy with either Titan team, I'm just like, what else can I?
Oh, jeez.
I thought that the writing was great.
Oh yeah.
Like, wow, the plot moves so fast.
That villain, I don't know, the simple mask on that villain, but it's still kind of creepy.
Which I mean, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes simplicity is best.
Oh yeah.
Where do we go after this arc? Like, I don't know. This is the thing. It's just like it feels like so random, but like in a good way. But at the same time, like I have a hard time like predicting where they're gonna go with. Like,
is he gonna stay in town for a while?
He's setting up operations, right?
I think so. And the villain got away, so we have to stay.
Yeah, you have to stay for now. But I'm just saying. But the runoffs were like, later, dude.
I know.
Too heavy for me, man.
Whatever, dude.
We're getting a little too Batman gritty, though. Will be my one note for this.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think it's gonna. It has its peaks and valleys, and they try to, keep it close to where he came from. But I mean, like I said last issue, I mean, just look at the art, just the colors and everything's a lot lighter.
Yeah. What is it? It's Marcus too, but Chris Sotomayor was doing some other stuff. I think he was either inking it or something, or colors. He was the colors on it or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, Chris was colors.
Yeah. Well, like it's a good time to be a Dick Grayson fan. That's all I can say.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Everybody I know is reading Nightwing, so.
Not everyone. Charlie Esser.
Well, everybody that's not a hardcore Marvelist. We're gonna make him a Grayson fan. Oh, because of the gift you gave him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna come around. It'll be okay.
Well, I almost got him a Grayson trade, but
next year. There's always next year.
Yes. Is that it then?
Yep.
So that was a straight up 5 for you, that Nightwing?
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
Stuff that we didn't talk about. Oh, we didn't talk about Green Lanterns, number 15. So if you're reading Green Lanterns and you want to send in a review, feel free to. We'll let you know how in the shameless plugs. Harley Quinn number 12 was also out. Another book that I can recommend, but I didn't get a chance around to reading, but the series thus far has been great, is He-Man and Thundercats number 4. I'm telling you, if you're a fan of either franchise or both, might be the book for you. Great crossover stuff. We got Injustice Ground Zero number 16. What else didn't we read? Suicide Squad Most Wanted El Diablo number 6 was out. Superpowers number 3 was out. If you have kids, you want to get them into comic books, Superpowers is great and funny and quirky and poignant and everything. Has a good learning lesson in the end. So, want to shout that out. And Flash Volume 1, Lightning Strikes Twice. Trade was out. Harley Quinn Volume 6, Black, White, and Red all over, hardcover. Harley Quinn, The Joker's Last Laugh, paperback. And Justice League Volume 1, The Extinction Machine paperback also came out. So, I have no feelings about any of those either way. So, up to you how you want to spend your hard-earned cash.
I plead the fifth.
I don't know, that the part that the Volume 6 of Harley is not that bad.
Yeah.
Flash, I didn't like the beginning of Flash. Anyway.
Alright, let's get out of here. As Lil said, if you want to send us your thoughts on any books, especially anything we're not reading, email us, worldsfinestpod@gmail.com. Follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/worldsfinestpodcast and facebook.com/channel52podcast. Follow us on Twitter @worldsfinestpod and @channel52pod, and on Instagram we are worldsfinestpod. And Lilith?
You guys can find me on Twitter @Lilith Hellfire or anywhere on the social media sphere @AdventuresInFG. And please be sure to check out my website, adventuresinfangirling.com. The DC universe, TV universe, wakes back up next week, so be on the lookout for reviews and such for that.
That's right, check out Legends of DC. As for me, you can always get a hold of me, nightwingpvp@gmail.com. On Twitter, I am @nightwingpvp. Instagram is nightwingpvp. Periscope, but check out my website, philparich.wordpress.com. And make sure to check out the new Deadpool podcast, Wade's World, over on the Enough Said podcast. Episode 1 is up, with me and some drunk people reviewing Deadpool, the Deadpool movie.
Excelsior!
Chimichanga time. Alright, so, thank you, Lilith. And as I said, our Marvelous review will be Charlie Esser with Superman number 15, so we'll be right back with that.
Well, it's a Superman book, and it's alternate universe Superman, which is like my favorite thing with Superman, because I love the idea of like, what if someone other than the Kents had raised this guy, and what if the world was a less friendly place? And we open up in a very unfriendly place with the Justice League of Assassins, which has our various variations on Super Friends here, Wonder Woman and Aquaman. Although you never get to see why they're Aquaman, why they're the Flash. You just see that they shoot a bunch of stuff. So, but they're a very efficient fighting team, as they make the point, and they have a Harley Quinn even, with one half of her face with like a skull mask. And they basically completely destroy all the Gatherers because they are a team. And then the bad guy shows up, our Prophet. Sorry, the Prophecy, I believe is his name. He's got like a blue voice bubble. I just noticed something. Well, actually, I did notice it at the time. He has blue word bubbles, and he is firing blue lightning bolts at people and explodulating them. And what Superman do we know who fires blue lightning bolts and explodulates people?
Who explodes people?
Gentleman used to work with Rorschach.
Oh, Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah, and that's just something I'm noticing here. It's like,
you might have hit
interesting.
Might have hit on something. Watchmen are coming soon, so.
This might be where they're hiding them, in this little obscure Superman story that nobody's reading, I assume. I don't know. Anyway, we'll go back to the Orrery of Worlds, the House of Heroes, outside of like the known 52 universes, which is just such a weird random number of universes. I don't know. I guess it makes sense in some level. Maybe, it's one universe is a lot and two is an infinite amount, and you know, and you might as well have infinity, but no, it's 52.
That's DC's magic number.
Yeah, well, you know, there you go. There's 52 weeks in a year. Enough books to sell a book a week. One for each universe. Anyway, so they track down that they just lost a bunch of life signs at this sort of, you know, League of Assassins world. They go there, whoever ripped right through it, and then they realize what we need to do. Rather than chasing the prophecy to planet to planet, we need to catch all the Supermen, like so many erstwhile Pokemon, and bring them to one spot so that we attract the bad guy. And of course, you know, some of them are cooperative, and some of them are like Super Aragon, or like, no! So they got to fight him. They got to punch him. They punctuate him a lot. And then they all they're all in the Orrery of Worlds. We've got, like, you know, Aragon Superman with gray hair, Nazi Superman. You know, because always got to have Nazi Superman there. Mm-hmm. And, you know, no super soldier, though, sadly. But they're all standing around. And for whatever reason, there's like 5 Supermen. So, you know, it's like, yes, we have to get all the Supermen. Well, we got 5. That'll do. Of course, they already have 2 other Supermen, so really it's like 8. Sorry, 8 because you got to count Aragon there. So you got 8 whole Supermen there, and that's going to attract the prophecy. And then Superman says, "Okay, you guys jump out of this universe." And then Barack Obama Superman says, "Wait, you can't do this alone. Some of us have to stay." And he says, "No, this is a one-man job, Mr. President. Lois John, I love you with all my heart." And then Prophecy shows up. Now, he does not look like Dr. Manhattan. I forgot that we actually get to see what he looks like here. And he's all yellowy, lightning-y. So that's a little switch there. He's got a big old bald head and no nose. You know, so hey, maybe it's that Lex Luthor character I was talking about. And then Superman from our universe says, you know, when he says, "Who are you?" And he says, "I am Superman." You know, it's also that nice little wink to saying, "I'm the real Superman. All these other guys are just pale imitations." Okay, next issue, Superman at War. Bum, bum, bum. Great book. You know, I love me my Superman. It was a lot of fun to read. It was very exciting to see the different Supermen all coming together and fighting. And, yeah, I'm going to give it, you know, I'm going to give it, 3 3/4 demon-possessed Supermen out of 5.
All right. Well, thank you for the marvelous review. We already did our social media. So, Charlie, where can people discuss comics with you, the Marvel expert?
You can always write to me in that old-fashioned email way, and soon to be a DC expert, man. I'm getting all in your guys' universe now. Tell you what's wrong with it. You can write to me in that old-fashioned email way at superconnectivityblog@gmail.com. That's superconnectivityblog, all one word, @gmail.com. And, of course, don't forget to follow me on the Twitters at live tweet Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Legends of Tomorrow, The Incredible Hulk, and 7 o'clock on Saturdays on MeTV, Eastern Time, at Charlie Esser. That's CharlieEssser. Look for the 2 E's in the middle for quality.
All right. Well, thank you, Charlie. Thank you, Lilith. And join us again next week. The list continues, and soon we will have digital codes with our DC books, so you can share with your friends. Well, some of them. I think they said it's going to be in the books that are monthly, not the twice a month books.
Who knows?
Yeah. Very complicated. But anyway, come back next time. And remember, be a Superman. Good night.